Hi, it's Mitch from Pickdawgz.com here with your free pick in the Missouri versus Wichita State college basketball matchup on Sunday, December 3rd, 2023. Of course, we do tons of free picks every day at Pickdawgz, but we like some games more than we like others. And those are the ones, well, we let you know what those are at the Premium Picks tab. Use the discount code PICK for 15% off. We have the Dime Club and Sharp Trading Plays. These are meant for people who make big bets. If that's you, text the number you see on the screen. They're not available on the website, so text the number. But let's get to this one. Missouri taking on Wichita State. Missouri entering this one 6-2 on the season. Wichita State 7-1. Both these teams kind of, good teams. We're going to have to find out exactly how good. They certainly have tournament potential. Wichita State has a pretty good history, but since Greg Marshall's gone, they haven't really been the same as a program, but now they actually have a coach who I believe can move them forward. Meanwhile, Missouri, they had similar issues in recent years. They went out and hired Gates from Cleveland State. He came in last year, made the Tigers, pretty much believable right out of the gate. And we know this year's Tiger team not nearly as talented, but, well, you have a coach like Gates at the college basketball level, you're going to win games and you're going to beat a lot of teams. Missouri 6-2 on the season, 4-2 straight up at home, but just 1-7 against the number this year and 0-6 against the number in those home games. Meanwhile, Wichita State just 1-0 on the road, but they pushed in that game. 4-2-1 against the number overall this season. So generally, when you look at these numbers, and why I read the point spreads, not to say that one team's going to go on a heater against the spread or anything like that. The reason why I talk about those point spreads is this: are they more overrated? Are they underrated? Because a team that doesn't cover the spread at all, usually overrated. A team that, covers the spread a ton, underrated. A team where it's right in the middle, well, the books are pretty dialed in on those guys, so we got to watch out. Certainly not an indication as to where things are going or today's line, but definitely something that I keep in mind when I'm doing my handicapping. When we look at Wichita State, they've played a pretty good schedule here, losing to Liberty, 83-66 is the one loss on the season, and Liberty's a good team. They did beat St. Louis as a 4-point favorite, 88-69, crushed Richmond 80-68. So the Shockers certainly look to be on the mend from, a few years where they just didn't know exactly where they were. When we look at Missouri, the win over Pitt in the SEC, ACC matchups, 71-64. They were a 6.5-point dog in that game, and I think that was their biggest win of the season. You had two decent coaches going at it there, but I think Gates was the better coach in that game. I kind of thought Pitt was going to take it. I thought they had the more talented roster. They opened the season with that loss, or second game of the season against Memphis, but in hindsight, Memphis is really good, and I don't think that loss should be held against them. I think in general, Missouri gets a little bit too much credit, and that's why they don't cover the spread. So I'm still going to have to lean Wichita State here, and that's going to be my free pick. Of course, while you're doing your picks today, putting your bets in, use our free betting tools at sportschatplace.com. They're 100% free. They'll tell you how much historically each of the bets on the board have come in. Pair them with today's odds, putting you on the most favorable bets today.